Hello dear friends, welcome to Iran's Treasures YouTube channel. If you like the content of our channel, please like and subscribe. The subject of this video is the greatest treasure of ancient Iran, the great treasure of Darius III. This treasure is the biggest lost treasure of ancient Iran, which is still unknown. But what is the story of this lost treasure in Iran? According to historical information, the greatest treasure of Iran or the treasure of the great king of Iran during the Achaemenid dynasty belonged to Darius III, who lived between 330 and 380 BC. This great treasure was in the hands of the Achaemenid kings during ancient Iran. This historical dynasty, which ruled over 50% of the world during its time, took this treasure during great battles in Egypt and Babylon, as well as ransom and tribute from the governments under it. He had earned it by himself. It is said that Alexander the Great captured a part of this treasure when he attacked Iran in 334 BC and took it out of Iran with him. But how much of this treasure did Alexander the Great get? Most of the treasures that Alexander the Great captured from the invasion of Iran were from the ancient city of Persepolis. Alexander took out about 19,000 tons of gold and 9,000 tons of silver in Persepolis alone. The famous Greek historian Herodotus narrates that on the night of the burning of Persepolis, one of the local residents of the region informed Alexander that a large amount of gold and silver had been moved by the troops of Darius III a few days before the occupation of the city. In his writings, Herodotus says that the amount of gold taken out by the Achaemenid king was about 10 times the total loot of Alexander. Herodotus narrates that Darius III, the last Achaemenid king, went to his summer residence in Achaemenid, a city that is called Hamadan today, with a large caravan of his treasures. According to the existing ancient documents, before he was killed, Darius the Achaemenid ordered to bury all the gold, silver and valuables near the city. When Alexander captures the summer residence, he finds no trace of Darius' treasure. Alexander forced his forces to search for the buried treasure, which was basically fruitless. 250 years later, the Roman general Marcus Licinius Crassus searched for this gold treasure and even went to war with the Parthians, who were another Iranian tribe, but did not reach any results. In 1973, the Shah of Iran ordered the discovery of this treasure, and an American group with the most advanced excavation and exploration equipment worked, but could not find the treasure. But in the following, we intend to examine all the possibilities and points where the treasure may be there. You can calculate the value of Darius III's treasure with a finger count. According to the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, after conquering Persepolis, Alexander gained about 19,000 tons of gold, and taking into account the fact that Darius' treasure was 10 times this amount, we conclude that he has hidden about 190,000 tons of gold. According to the daily value of gold, the value of this treasure is about $7,980 billion. This figure is about 3 years of the entire US budget. Dr. John Roberts, the head of the American archaeological team that explored Hamadan in 1973 to find the treasure, believed that only 2 scenarios could be considered for the location of Darius's treasure. The first scenario is that the forces of Darius III did not hide the treasure in Hamadan, but they hid it separately in all parts of his empire. He considered the Achaemenid Empire's postal systems as a strong reason for this scenario. He believed that Darius III, by using this method, it minimizes the possibility of bloodshed by the forces of Macedonian scandal along the way. The second scenario of this archaeologist was that maybe the story of transferring the great treasure to Hamadan was made up by the Persians themselves to make it impossible to tamper with this treasure. Dr. Roberts believed that if the second scenario is true, most likely, this great treasure is hidden somewhere near Persepolis, but where could this place be near Persepolis? In the following, I will explain some other stories about the treasure of Darius III. The story of the dandelion treasure. This story is about a dandelion who seems to make a mistake in describing the place where Darius III's treasure was hidden, and when he sees the treasure, he messes up everything. This story is more known as a local legend and is told in some parts of Iran, such as Khorasan and Fars. The story of the Lord's treasure. In this story, the treasure of Darius III is entrusted to a clan of tribal lords in northern Iran. These masters keep the treasure safely in their possession due to its high value and prevent others from stealing the treasure with their supernatural abilities. The story of native treasure. In this story, the treasure of Darius III is entrusted to a native tribe in southern Iran. This tribe keeps the treasure in a secret place, and with their special abilities, they prevent the enemies from accessing the treasure. In general, it can be said that such stories have no historical documents and reasons, and most of them were the imaginations of the people of ancient times, but who knows, maybe one of them is true. In the following, we will discuss the places where Darius III's treasure may have been buried, according to suspicions. Shushtar. This city is located in Khuzestan province and is known as the center of Dariush's rule. Also, Shushtar is located near the city of Susa and Sarpol Zahab, which used to be the center of governance and capitalism. Some researchers believe that Darius's treasure may be located under the land of Shushtar city. Pasargad was the summer camp of Darius and was one of the most important cities during the Achaemenid period. Some researchers think that the treasure of Darius may be hidden in Pasargad and its surrounding areas. Persepolis was the ancient capital of the Achaemenid Empire and is known as one of the masterpieces of ancient architecture. Some researchers think that Darius's treasure may be located in Persepolis or underground around it. Kerman is located in the south of Iran and is known as one of the cities with ancient and important cultural heritage in Iran. Some researchers believe that Dariush's treasure may be located in the underground areas of Kerman. The most important reason why these areas are known as possible places for Darius's treasure is that many different governments and rulers have come to power in these regions in the past, and many civilizations have flourished in these regions. Also, in some areas where this treasure is likely to be located, due to their geographical location and the presence of important passages, there may have been places to hide the treasure. Also, due to the proximity of these areas to trade routes, some people think that the treasure may be hidden from the reach of smugglers and outsiders. In the following, we discuss what will happen if Dariush's treasure is found. Increasing attention to Iran's history and culture. The discovery of Dariush's treasure and other ancient treasures of Iran can increase society's attention and awareness of Iran's history and culture. Attracting tourists. The discovery of Dariush's treasure can attract more tourists to Iran and improve the prosperity of the tourism industry in the country. Improving the economic situation. The discovery of Dariush's treasure will boost the tourism industry and increase attention to Iran, which can improve the country's economic situation. Historical researches. With the discovery of Dariush's treasure and other ancient treasures of Iran, new researches can be carried out on the history and ancient culture of Iran, which increases knowledge and scientific development in this field. Strengthening national identity. Finding Dariush's treasure can strengthen national identity and increase the pride of Iranian citizens. As a result, we can say that this great treasure can change the fate of the people of Iran. Where do you think this treasure can be? Write me your comments. Finally, I will be happy if you subscribe to our channel and support us.